In the passage of time, intermittently, an era takes shape and attains eternal glory. That Amrit Kal, or immortal era of India, has blissfully arrived. Propelled by the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, standing at its 75th years of independence, is poised to shape its era of growth, greatness and preeminence.
अमृत काल का लक्ष्य है एक ऐसे भारत का निर्माण जहां दुनिया का हर आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो.
While celebrating Amrit Mahotsav of its independence, PHDCCI, along with the entire nation, offers heartfelt homage to the freedom fighters, defense forces, doctors and frontline warriors for their supreme sacrifices and invaluable contributions. A true forerunner of Indian aspirations since 1905, PHDCCI has been a proud partner of nation's growth journey so far. PHDCCI has been taking persistent steps in congruence of Atmanirbhar Bharat mantra, endeavoring unceasingly to augment partnership and investment.
Friends, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the last 18 months have been very tough. Humanity across the world faced overwhelming challenges and hardships. It affected everyone personally, financially and socially. In India too, people and businesses suffered enormously. Now that we are able to see light at the end of the COVID-19 tunnel, India is once again poised to be one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Thanks to the massive infusion of funds announced by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, rupees 30 lakh crores under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan for various segments of the economy and rupees 100 lakh crores for infrastructure Gati Shakti master plan. India now stands at an inflection point with the expectation that our economy is set to achieve $5 trillion GDP by 2027. The government has also taken path-breaking steps through BharatNet for increasing rural connectivity, which shall help establish a $1 trillion digital economy within a few years. We are poised to become one of the global hubs in manufacturing, agricultural exports, digital services, financial products, logistics, power and modern retail. PHDCCI, with the help of its associates and the industry, is working actively with the government to achieve these objectives. The PHDCCI Research Bureau introduced last year 3 indices to measure business and investment sentiments of the economy. These include the PHDCCI Economic and Business Momentum Index, the PHDCCI Economy GPS Index and the PHDCCI Quick Economic Trends. These 3 indices are a precursor to the actual data that gets released at a later date and are a very good indicator of the way the economy is moving.
Our commitment is the part of our legacy, keenly directing the interests of business and merchandise community of India while working in tandem with the government and policymaker. Our legacy has been a continued
Mr. Bali, this certainly seems to be an irritant for a lot of industries. And while yes, the focus is on getting more investments and ensure these investments also help the people of your own states, but from the industry perspective, these reservations, localized reservations, seem to be a big irritant, of course.
Multani, that these reservations do not actually help because if you see whether all those people, those who went to Himachal, where there was a reservation of 75%, there were the factories which also faced quite a lot of difficulties. But over here, when we talk about India as one nation or 30 states, we have got to have a uniform policy which has got to be there. And I definitely agree that SOPs have got to be there. We have got a very good example of states like Uttarakhand, or if we talk about Himachal Pradesh, which actually gave out SOPs and so much industry actually went over there. And even our Honorable Chief Minister of Uttarakhand agreed that even though after the GST the SOPs are not over there, but still these areas are continuing to flourish, which is actually helping the local economy. these kind of SOPs were given to other states also, which is, again, I would say states in eastern part of the country, or even they were offered in J&K. But for any entrepreneurs, any industrialists to invest in a state where I agree with Mr. Puri's thought process, if your logistics cost is going to be very high. Because if you're going to invest in manufacturing it is not that you have got all the raw materials or packaging material, everything available over there. They will have to be transported from different parts of the country. If road transportation is not good and the availability of the raw materials and packaging material is not good, it is going to drive up your cost. So it is, if we are looking at India as one country, in that case, the development of the infrastructure has got to be all across. Number two, SOPs should be there. Why exactly I'm saying that? Because we have got example, again I'll mention, we have got example of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. And in even China, when they started their journey to become a global giant in manufacturing, majority of the companies, they actually got SOPs from the government. That actually helped China to become such a large economy. So that's my opinion on the question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bali. Mr. Kirloskar, if I can, put that point across to you as well. We're seeing, and at the beginning of my introduction, I also said that